All right, what's happening, BE3? You've got the Beggins brothers here today with you, and Jeff Beggins and
Craig Beggins. We were just joking. We were both limping back from lunch, and Jonathan said, "What's wrong with you guys?" We said, "We got in trouble for kicking our agents in the butt."
That's right. We said ass, but we won't say that on the podcast, so we're better than.
And we didn't actually do that. We just are both limping for some reason. I don't know why.
That's right. It's tough. It's a tough game, this real estate business. Let's talk about that for a second. So what we're going to talk about today is strategic precision. And we probably lost a lot of people just from the title, but I want you to, and that's on purpose because
it's a small audience that even cares about it.
Because we've talked about before the difference between doing transactions and actually growing a real estate business. And most people truly just don't grow a real estate business because of a bunch of different reasons we don't need to get into. But we're going to talk today to those of you who actually want to grow a real business. And the difference between that is the average agent's doing what a year, Craig, in deals?
4 transactions.
Four transactions. That does not a business make, right? 4 transactions, this gives you a little bit of screw off money and maybe pays a little bit here and there, but that's not a business in any stretch of the imagination. So take those people aside, and some are growing a business, that's a stepping stone, but the vast majority are happy just doing that level. And the reality of that is you can hang out at a bar and do 4 deals a year. So there's your business model. You're welcome. Right? So that's it. So, but for the rest of us who actually are trying to grow a real business and a real career to last and have something to sell one day as your business, let's talk about that. So we've been talking a lot about value and what value do you bring? And I think we've drilled that home a lot on the last podcast.
For example, the last 2 weeks, we've had 2 really, really dynamic classes that Mike Puma, who does this a lot with us, put together. And it was so damn focused on what you need to do and how you need to relate to a FSBO that I don't understand why everybody doesn't just want to go do it. Right?
Because
not everybody wants to run a business.
That's right.
It's frustrating to provide such value and not have everybody want to do it.
And
but get over it. There's no reason.
Well, that's an interesting thing. We care so much about this, and what frustrates us a lot is watching an agent not reaching a potential that we see for them, but they just don't really care about that potential. So it's frustrating for us. It's not frustrating for them. So we're just not making it frustrating for us anymore. Right. So we're just reaching out to more people to make sure that we could find the people that want to actually grow a strategic business. So to that point, right? So if you're going to grow a business, strategic precision is, I think, the best way to do it, because the other ways are just aggravating. And the correlation, we'll use a sports correlation just for fun, because we were talking about this earlier, is if you have a team, right? Say football, just for example, because it's a fun sport. And there's so many different roles on that team. An offense, for just offense alone, the difference in the mindset and the skill set of the big guy in the center, and the guy behind him is a quarterback, and the guy next to him is the running back, and then you have the wide receivers and you have the tight end. They all have such different roles and different strategies and different training and different skill sets. And it's absolutely stupid for the wide receiver at the end
to switch and become the quarterback,
to even think about a play, right? He doesn't even have to think about the same things. And if he could, but that's going to aggravate the hell out of him because he's doing things for no reason whatsoever, right? So the guy on defense, the safety on the defense, for him to try to think about what is the lineman going to do on this play, right? It's not really his role. So, but too many agents get into this business and they say, I'd like to do an open house. Oh my God, Susie got a deal from a FSBOs. I need to do some FSBOs. Oh my God, Jack just got an expired. Damn it, I need to do some expireds. Oh, look at Susie in her Facebook post. Oh my God, I need to do that. Amina and Instagram. Oh, she's doing a story. I need to do an Instagram story. Now LinkedIn. Oh, I need to go do that. And you touch a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit here and a little bit here. And you suck at all of it. And you still do 4 deals a year. And you could have just hung out at a bar. Right? Yep. So there's our podcast. Go hang out at the bar. So going back to precision is kind of where we're evolving into. And if we're head coaches of a team, general manager or head coach of a team, your job is to make sure that this group of people gets the ball back here, because that's where you score, that's where you win. Yeah. Right? Our job is to make sure this group of people gets deals sold to get to our goal to make sure that we win.
There's a big difference in that, though, because the coach gets to choose who he's hiring to be on his team, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the agents that work in the industry would never be chosen to be on a team.
Because most coaches just say, all of you just run somewhere, and I hope a couple of you score.
Right.
right?
And that's not what we're looking for.
But in the reality, that's what most people do.
Yes.
Because you're going to go get a whole bunch of bodies, throw them against the wall, hope somebody sticks, is a typical broker model.
Right.
Now, we're not doing that. We're saying, okay, we need to get market share. We need to get the X number of thousands of transactions. And this is where our vision is from a business. So how do we get that? We need to get this guy here needs to be fast with good hands. This guy here needs to be pretty big and strong and block. This guy here needs to be good at this. But we're saying we need people to really hit FSBOs. We need somebody to really be good at expireds. Who's going to take over the social game and these geo targets?
When you have a coach, you're supposed to do what the coach tells you to do. You don't. The tight end doesn't go make up his own plays. He runs the formation he was told to play.
Right.
Right.
So like
this morning, I did a class this morning. Realogy. You guys are going to see this on the news. Just came out with a new program.
Huge.
It's absolutely huge. And I'll give my 30-second rant. So Realogy was nominated for 7 years in a row as the most integrity-based company in the world.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah.
So when you look at these iBuyer programs, they're really not based in integrity. They're coming in with lowball offers and a lot of pressure to make you make a decision, and then putting big fees on it too. So Realogy saw this, and they partnered with Home Partners of America, which you know that group that does rent-to-own things. So now we come in as Realogy to a person trying to sell their home and say, everybody wants an instant offer because they want to see what they're going to get. Everybody wants an instant offer. We'll give you one, but there's no pressure. If you like it, hire your agent to go beat it.
Yep.
But you know this is waiting here for you if you get stuck and you want to do this. And then one step further, we'll also qualify you to buy buy the new home before you even sell this one. So anyway, long story short, so you'll read about it. It's called Real Shore Sell or Real Shore Mortgage. So that's a dynamic opportunity. But how many agents are going to take advantage of that and go market it in the marketplace?
Very few.
An expired listing? Dude, would you like an instant offer on your house?
Sure.
I'll be there tomorrow. Go to my app on my phone, get the instant offer.
Well, now I'm being Jan out there watching in the audience. It's going, oh, great.
There's another thing for me to do.
Another thing for me to go learn.
No,
so now I got
not.
to do all of this stuff. So where's the strategic precision in all of this? There's too many things. Like, I mean, if not being totally braggadocious on this one, but we know what we're doing, right? If somebody wants to really get an amazing business, we know how to take them there, right? And we can do it in a million different ways. But we're getting so much more prescribed now with the precision, saying if you're going to become a FSBO
slayer
master, then I'm going to tackle you if you ever even mention an expired listing, right? Literally, I'm going to throw you on the ground and I'm going to kick your ass because you're wasting my time and your time by doing that. You're the wide receiver trying to be the center. It's the dumbest thing in the world. Now, if you're going to focus on, if you've been doing this for 20 years and you're doing anything other than nurturing your past clients, you're an idiot, right?
You really feel.
You just are. And Sphere, if you have thousands of people and you grew up here and you went to elementary school, high school, college, you got kids, you got soccer, you got PTA, you're active in the community. If you're not leveraging your social media and your sphere of influence platform, you're a moron. You do not have to go on expired listings. You just move here from Ohio and you have no sphere and you have no clients, you're in trouble, right? You have to pick something with precision to go do that.
Are you calling our followers idiots and morons?
No, just the people who they may know, right? Intimately. So that's the whole point. So past clients, sphere of influence. Now, if you don't know anybody or you want to grow, we just hired a great agent yesterday. I bet she's doing like $10 million a year.
That's a good
great
agent.
Producer. And she has a huge sphere, but she really wants to become active in one specific community, beach community. And so she's going to now add specific focus geo-targeting to her world. So she's going to do sphere and just social. That's it. And then when she hears about Real Shore, right, all she's going to do is be able to talk to her sphere about it enough on a couple of posts, but I don't want her to delve into it. She doesn't ever have to do expireds, never has to do a FSBO, never has to learn anything else because I just want her to run her drills on just those items. And that's the whole thing she's ever going to have to do. That's it. And you could be just an expired slayer. Like that class the other day was ridiculous.
It really was awesome.
And it was very deep and very precise and kind of how we do it step by step. And you could be an iBuyer master and just go present offers, a couple hundred of them a week if you want to. You could be, all of these things are just sitting out here. So the question is, what are you going to do from a precision standpoint? So we've been kind of building this. So you got to figure out, where's your value? Are you the...
Or where do you want your value to be? We can teach you how to do anything. If you want to learn expires, we'll teach you expires.
Right. You got to figure out, what do you want to be when you grow up, right? Because the reality of it is, you need 2 deals a month, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, depending on the level of your skill or your desire of your goals. But other than that, you don't really need any more than that. So why work harder than you really have to try to get all these deals, right? So leads to the next point. So let's say you now know that you're going to become a great, A, you want to build a business, and then B, you want to build it with this platform, which is, whether it's past clients or Sphere or FSBOs, expireds, whatever it may be. Now what do you do, right? Who's gonna hold you to this? Who's gonna make sure that you actually do it?
Right.
And I think there's a level of accountability, and then there's also a coach level of it too. And I think they're different, because you can get accountability from your boyfriend, girlfriend, brother, sister, neighbor, spouse.
Well, most people don't do enough activities to have accountability around.
Because they're not building a business. How much accountability do you need to go hang out at a bar to do 4 deals a year? Maybe need an AA sponsor.
Probably.
That's about it on that one, which is pretty much accountability. But after that, what are you going to do? So building the transaction, we were chatting a little bit before about the difference in golf, right? Which is a fun conversation to have for the two of us.
You're hacking on the greens with your buddy drinking beer, or you're playing professionally with the caddy following your butt around.
Same sport.
Played
right?
very differently.
But it played versus there. The difference between amateur and professional is skill set and do you get paid. So let's talk about that for a second, because if you and I go to play golf, it would be a really funny adventure to film, because we both suck at golf, but we're pretty good at drinking beer, and we'll probably have flip-flops and a golf bag and a cooler, and we'll have fun, and we won't even keep score. You might, I won't, right? And it'll just be the way that it is, and that's a golf game. And then the guys behind us are going to be playing through pretty seriously, because they actually want to actually win, right? That's a difference in the game. So there's a lot of agents in this business that are playing through, right? Drinking beer and their flip-flops, and they just don't really care. They're out there for fun, and they'll do 3, 4 deals a year. And then there's a lot of us who are actually professionals in this business that are actually trying to do it. So the caddy was an interesting conversation, though, because
it was.
If you go and get even if you're an amateur and you're trying to be good, how are you going to be good on your own? You go fly into Dubai, where you're going to go, and you say you want to go play golf. You can go figure out that course on your own if you want to, or you can hire a caddy who really understands the weather, the humidity, how the balls lay, how they roll, where the holes are, where the pitches are, what club to use, how the whole thing lays out, and he can actually coach you. When you're about to swing, he says, no, stop it.
Look at your feet.
Stop that. That's not going to work very well. And what club are you using? Stop it. Use this one instead. See that tree line? Hit just to the left of that tree line, and you're going to want it to roll a little bit over there. Now, hit. Right now, what's a smarter way to go? That's the way if you actually want to win.
Right.
If you're just smacking stuff around, it doesn't really matter what you do. You're just going to end up wherever you go. Right. So I want you to think about your business for a quick second here. And what are you? Are you the flip-flop ball smacker? Or are you somebody who's actually trying to win?
Flip-flop ball smacker? Yes. That's a good one.
I think we just found some new hashtags, Jonathan. Because one's fun and one makes money.
Okay.
That's really the difference on that one, too. So pretty much a good way to end on flip-flop ball smasher.
It is. So we're not saying you have to do this forever either. Our concept with what we call the art of life betterment is we pick something and master it with precision. Strategic precision, what is the topic?
Strategic precision.
Precision for 90 days. Put yourself in purgatory for 90 days, and if you hate it, don't do it anymore.
That's right.
But if you love it, do it again. We'll find your
One
niche.
of the things we're doing, which we haven't even talked about yet, is I'm taking the whole next level experience to a whole different experience now. And it's going to be, rather than one flow, it's going to be 3 totally different classes based on your mindset and your level of performance, right? So you'll have, from a precision standpoint, what are you going to be good at? Because we'll take you from whatever level you are to the next level, but there's a big difference in play if you're going from the super flip-flop league to the amateur league, then from an amateur league to a semi-pro, then a semi-pro to the pro, then the PGA levels, right? So there's all these different flows in between each of these, and it requires a different mindset, skill set, and level of play.
And a different audience for each one. So you're right. We're serving.
That's right. So we'll take you to whatever level you need, and then there's that next level. So we're going to do more of them, right, at different levels, which is going to be pretty cool. And so
people opt out as they get along.
They're not going to be invited in.
Right.
You're going to be invited into whatever level that you're at because it's a caddy. You're not going to go get Tiger Woods caddy if you're the flip-flop guy. Well, what's the point? Right? You wasted everybody's time. Even when you have the money to hire him, it's a dumb thing to go do. Not if it's just for entertainment. So I want you guys to think about your surroundings right now and who is your caddy, right? Because that's not your coach, right? Your coach can be your accountability partner, your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend that says, hey, slugger, go get him today. Go talk to 20 people. Let me know how it worked, right? That's one level that you should have somebody doing that for you anyway. Right. But the caddy position is, I think, more critical. That is, hey, I'm about to go slay a $2.6 million expired, right? Which club should I use? That's I haven't hit this course before. You've done 60,000 of them. Last time you were on this hole, where did you hit it? How did it roll? And how would you suggest that I actually do this? Right? That would be brilliant. A smart business person. And then the next one, I've never done a FSBO in Shady Oaks subdivision. Then guess what? Have you ever been to Shady Oaks? What do I need to know about Shady Oaks? There's that tree over there is a girl named Susie Smith, and she's with Banana Real Estate. And do you know anything about her? Because she's my competitor. She's my tree in the way of that in my hole. What do you know? What can you help me with? And which club should I use against what does she normally use? Where does she hit and how should I hit? Right? That's the point of having somebody that actually truly has your back from a caddy level. And that could be your manager. That could be your broker. That could be your team leader. I don't care what it is. But if you don't have that and you're actually trying to be a professional business person, it's not going to happen.
It'll be a lot of work.
So what do?
Find a coach.
Find a coach, find a caddy. It's hard because here's what's interesting. And some people, it might not be the nicest thing to say, but the qualifications to become a real estate broker are laughable and pathetic and stupid.
Take the dumbest agent you know and they could be a broker.
That's right. Yeah, think about the dumbest agent you know for just a second. Season them. First of all, they took 63 hours of a class and they could do 0 deals, right, for 2 years. And then they have to sit for 45 hours of a class.
63 and 72.
63 and 72, right? And then poof, now you're a broker.
And you need 1,300 hours to cut hair.
Right, I know, I love that one. So you're 63 plus 72 hours, and now you're a broker. How many deals do you have to have done to become a real estate broker? 0. What skill set do you need to become you have to have passed 2 tests and automatically you're a broker. So when the market's as good as it is right now, and you look around at all these business models that pop out of nowhere, and Joe Blow did 12 deals, so now he thinks he's a broker and is good enough to open his own shop. As good as Joe may be, he's probably not the caddy you need if you're actually trying to grow a business. He might be good on the putt-putt course, but he's not going to take you to the next levels of where you actually want to go be. So reasonably be realistic about where you are and what level of play you want to be in. And if you want to get to a different level, if you want to be where you are, stay where you are. Right? But if you actually want to grow a business and get to something more, or do the same with fewer transactions, which requires a different skill set, surround yourself with people who actually have those skills and knows what to pull. So what do you think the biggest thing is people should be looking for in a caddy?
Someone who, just like you said, they've gone through the course, they know what tools to use, and they'll give me honest advice on how to get there.
And multiple caddies is pretty cool because I know I'll run into stuff and I'll say, interesting. Hey, Craig, right? You'll run into this, right?
Jeff, what do we do this?
Yeah.
Listen to this person's talk track. What are they missing?
Right.
And you can hear they missed. They're talking analytically to a driver.
That's right.
They're not getting in their world.
So it's fun to get to that. This is just to get to the next level of business, guys, and just with strategic precision. So you need to figure out what are you going to become good at and resign yourself to the liberating truth of you can't be good at everything, and appreciate that and acknowledge that and just love it. and say, I suck at buyers. I hate buyers. I'm going to become a good listing agent. Well, that's one level. I'm going to become a great listing agent in this area from this market segment for this skill set for FSBOs, expireds, or geo-target, however. Now I'm going to reach this clientele by doing this. Now you have your true business model. And now you just pound that rock nonstop until you do your 2, 3, 4, 5 deals a month. And that's it. It's the only thing you do.
What's that saying we used to use? You got to do the boring things till the boring things lead to results that are exciting.
That's right. That's right. And just get good at the same thing and just wear it out until you become good. Then next quarter, if you want to add another skill set, go ahead. But just be committed to that first quarter with strategic precision, and that I think will help you. So leave us a comment, tag a friend you think needs to hear this, send us a message, let us know your thoughts. If we can help caddy you in any way, always, we're here to help. Rising tide raises all boats, and that's what we're doing. So thank you for watching. Any parting thoughts other than that?
Nope.
Nope. There you go.
Nope.
Right.
Strategic precision. I hope you all take advantage of that because it really will help you a lot.
Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you soon.
See you soon.